Okay, so you feel guilty for wanting more as a creative. Let's handle that. Okay. One of the reasons is coming to me right off the back about right off the back, whatever, right away about why you feel guilty for wanting more as a creative is because people made you feel bad when you were a child. That's what I got to say about that, right? Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see a little bit deeper about why you are feeling guilty about wanting more as a creative, okay? And then we're going to dig into this childhood thing, and I'll share some of my own story with you as well. We'll see what Kurt can. We're going to leave that on the ground. There we go. Okay. How would you characterize your energy right now? How would you characterize your energy right now? Okay. And then I'm going to pull another card right now, and then we're just going to go all the way in. Okay. And then this intention card regarding how would you characterize your energy right now? That's it. Okay. I attract abundant success and positivity into my life. So, what I'm getting from this card is I attract abundant success and positivity into my life. What I'm getting from these cards is that right now you are really wanting to be fruitful and multiply. Okay. This could be in family. You want to start your family, and you also want that money, honey. Okay, so I know you hear me talk often about wealth is not all about money, right? But money is a byproduct of wealth. So I'm not saying don't get it. Come on. As the chosen people, we need to be the most wealthy people in all areas. I'm just saying, let's not get it twisted. Money is not where it starts. Okay? That's a reflection of the wealth that you are. There she got bars. Okay? So get the money. Let's be trillionaires. Let's be billionaires. Let's be in the top percentage of wealth in the world. Let's get it. Let's do it. Let's get it all. Okay. And that's what I'm feeling is where you're at right now. But for some reason, you've been feeling bad about it. And that's because of something in your childhood. So this is where the story is going to come in with me. Okay. So I have had a lot of shifts and changes. And recently, I just have been releasing some archives on my YouTube. I was a little disappointed because when I put them public, it took away the date that I originally uploaded them so you could actually see the history. But you can look and see that's not me right now, right? But part of me took it down because I was like, well, I'm at a different place right now. And those times didn't completely reflect who I am right now. And I know who I am right now is not going to reflect who I'm going to be in 10 years, right? But in those past videos and past pictures that I have, there was a lot of energy of me not being my full self. You might see some some reflections, some glimpses, but there was still part of me that was hiding because for most of my life I have been a very classy girl. Okay. I've liked nice things and I've liked to dress up. Like in high school, for most of high school, like let's say my freshman year, especially, I think I might have owned one pair of pants. And this is not because of religion. That was my choice. Okay. I wore heels and skirts every single day with a little French tie on my neck and my hair in French rolls. And I was looking decked out every day because that represented who I am. Right. But I got a lot of lashback about that. from family and from like I would get picked on all the time. When I was a little girl, for as long as I remember, I've been a classy girl. Okay, I always wanted the best, nicest things because it just made me feel good. And I remember I would have family members pick on me because they didn't think it was real. And I had one family member tell me, he was like, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you are, I always thought it was fake until just one day I remember I just realized that's just who you are, right? But I dealt with a lot of chastisement. I dealt with a lot of bullying for being classy, for being smart, right? And even going on dates. Like, I would go on a date and somebody take me to Olive Garden, and I've got this big, poofy, fancy dress because that's how I felt, and I felt good. And this was in my early 20s, and I remember I'd be dating some dude in his 20s, and then he would want me to dress down because it made him uncomfortable. So then I would start to dress down and dampen my light and dampen my brightness and dampen my class because it made other people feel, and I'll say like dampen. Class is the word I know how to, that's the word I'm familiar with, but I feel like it doesn't best describe what I'm saying. It just, my flashiness, I am kind of like a flashy person, but not because I want to be seen. It's because I'm naturally a star. I literally was, I literally come from the cosmos. Okay? So when you come from the cosmos, you're gonna glisten and gleam when in just by being, right? And a lot of people did not like that. And they made me feel really, really bad for it. And I started to say, well, maybe it's just too much for the world to handle. And I feel like this is a very similar place. I'm in this place now where it's like, if you can't handle it, baby, I will create a world where I fit in because now I know who I am. Okay? And that's what I have to say to you about this. You might be a bright, flashy person too. Maybe not in the same way as I am, but in your own way where you just stick out and you attract all kinds of things and you want them too. And I want to let you know that that's okay when you're grounded in the right spirit. If you're doing it to be seen, you might need to check your ego about that. Okay? But if you're doing it because that's who you are, don't you dare. Don't you dare stop being who you are because people cannot handle it. Don't you dare doing that. I heard somebody, I don't know where it came from, but they were like, it was a telephone game. They heard somebody else say it on Instagram. Say, don't get off the top shelf just because somebody can't reach it. Okay? If you have a vision to be the most wealthy, rich person in the world, that's because you are, and that's what you're supposed to do. And if people want to make you feel bad about that, then they are not for you. And they're not the ones who are going to help you get there. They're going to be the ones who are trying to stop you. And you need to cut them out like a bad habit, baby. For real. Stop playing around with these suckers because they are trying to suck all of your light. They're trying to suck all of your energy. They're trying to suck all of your ambition. They're trying to suck all of your God out of you, babe. They are. Not everybody is meant for this life. If you have the desire, it's because you were born into wealth. You were born into divinity. You were born into abundance. You were born into genius. And it is so important that you let God be. Let God be. Let God be you. Because that's what God's wanting to do. God's wanting to move through you. God is wanting to live through you. Whew, God, I'm about to cry. I feel it so deeply. Whoa. Who you are is so important to this world, and all the things that you want to do, and all the things that you want to give birth to, and all the things you want to create. It is so important. And it is imperative that you do it. It's imperative that you be you and you go to the top of the hill and you shine that light. Because even though there are people who don't understand and they're trying to dampen you, and they've been doing it since you were a child, there are people who need it. And that's why you're being called and chosen into this world, because you are the one who's going to change it with your creative ideas. Okay? So don't feel guilty for wanting more. Feel gifted because you are. And yes, some people are gifted and they will try to make you feel bad. I was in gifted and talented classes as a young child, right? At first grade they were trying to skip me. I graduated at 16, went to college at 16. People tried to make me feel bad. My best friend left me because of that. One of her doggone reasons for stop being my friend was because I graduated early and left her behind and had a child before her. How stupid is that? That is the stupidest thing. And I remember it didn't make sense to me at all. I was like, what the what? And it made so little sense. I just wanted to figure out maybe what am I missing? Because this is stupid as hell. But it's stupid because they weren't built for their life, so they can't understand it. You are gifted and you are different. You are a genius and you are brilliant. Okay? You are set apart. You're not like everybody else, and that is okay. And there are going to be people who are jealous and envious of you, and you need to cut them out of your life. Because all they're going to do is keep making you doubt yourself. And this is the truth that you need to face today. You need to face the truth that you are brilliant and that you were put on this earth to change it. It's not an easy road. But if you don't be you, if you don't be bright, if you don't be brilliant, if you don't be the flashy, authentic self that you are, flowers are flashy. There are some really flashy flowers out there, really flashy animals just by nature. They stand up. Look at a peacock. Is it trying to get attention? No, but that thing is going to be like, because that's what it's made to do. Peacock you, babe. Peacock you. Okay? Here are 3 journal prompts to help you face this truth and handle it. Okay? 1. What more do I secretly want but downplay? Okay? Where did I learn to make my desires smaller? One desire I will stop apologizing for is, okay, not all truths are heart wrenching truths that you got to get down to. Some of them are the truth that you are one of the dopest people walking this earth and you need to face it and accept it. Okay? Remember, we don't hide from the truth, we handle it. Peace, y'all.